Hello and welcome to round 5 of the STB Racing League Season 19 World Championship here in Tier 2. We're here at the Paul Ricard circuit in Le Castellet, France. We're back in Europe and I am joined again by Bram. Bram, I'm very happy to know, that you're better and you're here with me here in France. I believe you was watching the Canadian Grand Prix. Any thoughts on last week? Yeah, if you've seen that.
Yeah, Madi, I've seen the Tier 2 race. Unfortunately, not the Tier 2 one.
Okay.
So yeah, but thanks for the introduction.
Yes. Bram, take us through strategy.
So at France, the name of the game is a one-stop. The pit lane is so slow around here and so long, you lose a lot of time being in the pit. So you want to make the least amount of pit stops possible. I expect a lot of guys to try and qualify mediums today to make sure they can go from mediums to hard and make that one-stop work.
Something very interesting, Bram. F1X Dilemma is currently on a flying lap and he's supposed to have a qualifying ban here. So I'm not entirely sure what he's doing. I don't know where he's going to start his lap. If he does his lap, he will get a race ban for Austria, and he looks to okay.
Yeah. And that's a very interesting one. He's already coming around to finish his lap.
Interesting. So we will not be seeing Dilemma in Austria.
Interesting shenanigans here.
Very interesting. I don't know why he's done that. I don't know if there's miscommunication. The jury's report comes out every weekend, so I don't know what's gone on there. But that is very unprofessional, very unsportsmanlike behaviour from him. But anyway, he has accumulated 6 penalty points so far this season, bro. He's not had a very clean one, has he? But a driver that has had a clean season so far is Mex Andriux, joining for Tier 2 here in France. He is on a madness. He's currently leading the Tier 3 championship. He won't be leading it no more because I'm going to lead it because he's out of the Tier 3 roster. So he'll be hoping to get himself up into Tier 2 contention, maybe a promotion next season. Talking of promotions and things, Bram, obviously Tier 1 had their race yesterday. Very interesting events in Sao Paulo, Brazil. Yeah, so next week there we'll be going to Portimao. So I'm very looking forward to that, as you probably know.
Yes,
but
definitely.
Back to the French Grand Prix then. A lot of high-speed sections here in France. Bram, what can we be expecting here?
Yeah, it's a flowing track and it's a very difficult task with the setups. Late apex is the name of the game at France, so I expect drivers to go for a different setup than usual. Maybe lower that toe and camber and a bit more front suspension. That won't say a lot to you, Madi, because you don't know a lot about setups. But
yeah, I've got no clue. As you know, I just go in the garage, load up the Tom Trial setup, and go out on the circuit. Obviously, I'm a Tier 3 driver, so sorry, Tier 3 French Grand Prix winner. But we'll find that out tomorrow.
We'll see about that tomorrow. Yes.
Yeah.
I've got confidence in you, though, Madi. Don't worry.
Yeah, France is a very good track for me, so I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
It's a good little thing we get to watch Tier 2, so then I can nick the strategy.
And I would say France in season 18 was probably the best Grand Prix of the whole season. We had the Tier 1 race. We had a lot of guys returning to the league and an absolutely crazy race with the rain at the end. And then Tier 2 race was good as well, with you leading a couple of laps.
Yeah, France last season was an incredible event. We had basically Russia from Sunday. But
yes,
we had that sort of race before.
Exactly. At France.
And we then had me leading. That was my first time in the lead since Mexico, since my last win before that. So it was a special race. And then I fucked it on in the intermediate phase. But
exactly.
that's not a problem.
That's how it goes.
It's not a problem for me. I'll be winning it this season anyway.
Exactly.
So then, enough of us just chatting nonsense, Bram. Tommy Rill currently leads as Maffeo has lagged out. That won't be too much of a...
That'd be an issue. He qualified.
Huh? Sorry?
That won't be an issue. He qualifies last all the time anyways.
But I don't think he qualifies last. But Tommy Rill then currently leads the classification here in France qualifying. He's got the Alfa Romeo of Nicky behind him. Nicky's on lap, so see. Your Canadian Grand Prix winner, he's back on it. Back on form. He'll be hoping for a better performance here in France. He's looking very quick in the first sector.
Who? Sorry?
Nicky.
Nicky.
Talking about his race in Canada, back on form, back on the top of the step of the podium. Tommy Rill had quite a
good race in Tier 1.
A bad race in France. Not France, sorry, Canada. Sorry, I just got a message there. A little bit confusing. Sorry, yeah, so Tommy Rill had a bit of an unfortunate race last week in Canada, but he picked himself back up yesterday in Brazil Tier 1. As a little, little reserve in. But he'll be hoping to get back on that top step in France. He's favourite for Tier 2. Quickest in the division at this current moment. So he'll be hoping for a good race here. He's a lot of bad luck this season, bro.
Yeah, Tommy Rill's a great driver and he really deserves to be in Tier 1, but he just doesn't have the spare time on the Mondays. So Tier 2 it is, and he's definitely favourite for this championship and for the win today as well.
Well then, talking of favouring, we've got Tris now on a lap and he's on a set of softs. Let's see what lap he's going to put in. It's going to be a 28.7. Wow, there you go. So he actually opted then, Bram, for a set of softs. Tommy Rill's gone on a set of softs as well. Jean is coming out on a set of softs. So the drivers now have all opted for softs. Nicky's on the set of mediums. So it's going to be interesting here in France to see about strategy. Because it's very important, as you say, very long pit lane.
With a very low speed limit. Only 60 kph.
So that's 37 miles per hour if anyone uses miles per hour. I only know that because I've done the practice, I can't convert. Pikey then starts his lap into turn 1, lovely on the curb there, hits the curb on turn 2. Very hard to get that complex of corners right there, turn 1 and 2, a lot of curves.
Oh, and he's really sending it.
Circuit, Bram. It's on this circuit, Bram, and a lot of opportunities to really use them and utilise the track to your advantage. So I am looking forward to this corner cutting saga that we're going to have today and tomorrow. It's going to be beautiful scenes. Pikey then coming through the second
and he goes in a
little
bit deep.
Yeah, a little bit deep there. Down the straight. Now we're going into my favourite complex of corners on the circuit. Very high speed, keeping it to the inside.
And that's the best corner on the track. Fourth gear right-hander, 160 kph, keeping the commitment high. Into the left-hander, easy to lock up a front wheel, fourth gear action, and he goes a bit wide, and that will probably be an invalid lap. No. Yeah, the game lets you get away with it. You can use a lot of curb on the outside of that corner. And he goes a bit wide in the penultimate corner as well, compromises the line into the final hairpin, which is crucial to get a good exit out of. He doesn't really succeed in doing that, but he still puts in a 29.2, and that is P3
That's not that strong
for FXB or Pikey.
Tommy Rill has validated his lap. John is on the lap there, let's have a look. This is his home Grand Prix here. He's French and Belgian nationality, so he'll be having another home race in Spa, just like you, Bram.
Yeah.
So it's going to be lovely. Down into the second chicane then, much better than Pikey did on his last lap there, that put him up in a P3. And John are now, with the support of his crowd, his French fans here in Le Castellet. Fortunately, we didn't have Monaco, so we could have had 3 home races this season, Bram, but it didn't work out for him in that way.
But a home race, not necessarily a race in which they speak your native language, though, innit?
Well, yeah, I mean,
Monaco
I've got
wouldn't
4
have
home
been.
races, 4 or 5 home races.
Yeah,
so
but that's you. That's you.
they only speak English as their national language in one of them, which is Silverstone. So anyway, enough of Madonna then coming up to the line. It's going to be a 29.5. So
That's not that strong
that
of a
much
lap time.
yeah, not that good. But Tris has done an incredible lap there, I must say.
And the whole top 10 seems to be going onto that soft tire. Even Nicky's in the pits having
Even
selected that
Dilemma
soft
as well,
tire.
which is interesting.
Yeah, definitely interesting to say the least.
I don't know what's going on. I'm just going to ignore that for the moment. I'm going to watch Matteo. Look at this. Look at how slow he is around this section of track.
Oh, and that's not a nice line through the left hander.
I don't think Bram. Well, I don't think any track is, but France especially. I don't think France is a good track for Matteo here.
No, his only good track is Abu Dhabi.
Abu Dhabi in Canada. It's not even Canada no more. But he's going to come to the line. This is going to be a very bad lap. It's a 30.6. He's improved.
Stinky lap time from Matt.
But that is not really what he wanted to be achieving. That's not a good lap. Dan then on set a medium, so he thinks he's quick enough here from his practice. He thinks he's quick enough for the 10 maybe. It's very important. If you get in the top 10 on those mediums, you could well be sorted in this Grand Prix. Or both Red Bulls come out at the same time. That's very satisfying. Very satisfying. Both Red Bulls out at the same time, Bram. That's lovely.
The car goes in between there.
Christian Horner probably shat himself.
And we're coming into the final few minutes of qualifying. People going out to do their final run.
But they both got well, I say jumped by the Alpha of Etienne. So all the drivers coming out, Bram. They got to find some space on the circuit. Mexen is on his outlap. I'm excited to see what Andrews can do there. See if he can get himself up near the front. Anyone on laps?
Not yet. Let's go on board with Max Andrieux for the final lap of his first Tier 2 qualifying session once he starts it. He's coming through the final sector now. At France it's not important to warm up your tires because they overheat anyway, especially those soft. Through the final corner he goes, he tries to get the best exit possible onto the main straight. He goes and he's coming to start his final lap of his first Tier 2 qualifying into turn 1. He goes using the maximum of the track possible, braking very late into that curb. He misses it slightly, upshift to 5th through turn 2 using all the exit curb available to him, almost flat out through there. Turn 3, my favorite corner on the track, using inside curb, which is crucial. Same goes for turn 4 and turn 5. He's not using all of the curb available to him. Once again he misses the curve in turn 6 and he doesn't invalidate, which is weird to see because he definitely did go off track there.
Yeah, I was scared for him then.
Through the Mistral straight he goes, not the best of first sectors with a lot of understeer in the car. Into the chicane he goes, maximum precision through the second corner and he misses it and he gets a big snap of oversteer and that is his lap ruined. And he knows it as well, he backs off.
Dan then, sorry, he's on the same piece of tarmac. Let's have a look at Dan, but he's invalidated. He will start in the back of the grid.
Kaiki is fun on this lap as well.
That's actually crucial, you know.
Tommy Real starting a lap as well, the championship favorite. Into turn 1 he goes, he takes a lot of curve on that inside. Same goes for turn 2, but he doesn't maximize the line and he loses a bit of time through the turn 1 and 2 complex. Into turn 3 he goes over the curb, he does miss. He misses both those curbs and he's given up on it already. Let's go on board then with Tris, third time lucky. Through turn 1 and 2 he goes, and this is the best we've seen so far. Maximum precision from Tris, a lot of commitment and very good run through turns 1 and 2. Through turn 3 he goes, and it's a very nice line he takes through turn 4 and 5. He goes as well on the inside curb for turn 6 and now maximizing the exit onto the Mistral straight. On that curb on the exit using the DRS, scrubbing off the least amount of speed possible into the straight line. Into the chicane he goes, he's gonna use the maximum amount of track possible to him. and he does fourth gear over the curb. Now very precise into the turn 8. Now coming up to Le Signe, iconic corner here at France. We've seen Sergio Perez overtake Valtteri Bottas here in 2021 for the podium. Into Boze, the fastest and best corner on the track. 6th gear he uses, but I prefer 5th if I was honest. Then through the left hander, it's very easy to lock it inside wheel through there. He uses the maximum amount of track and he takes a nice line, shortening the line up into the penultimate corner. He goes a bit wide, which compromises entry into the hairpin, and he has to rotate his car a lot by using a lot of steering lock, which isn't optimal. He comes up to the line and it's a 28.6, which is pole position for AMS Tris. Good lap from him.
Yeah, I think he's favourite for the win here in France.
Yeah, he's got some good pace, and looking at those lines, I don't think Tommy Reel on the pad can be as precise as Tris. Tris is doing a very good job here, and I think he is the favourite for the win.
Andriux there goes P10 on a 29.9.
Decent lap from him. Good stuff.
Yeah.
Interestingly,
Jonna into the line. I don't know where Jonna qualified.
P4.
Just caught him at the closing moments there. Alright, let me just quickly check that the stream is all up and running, all working as it should. Your pole man then for the French Grand Prix is AMS Tris. Second is your championship leader Tommy Reel. Third is Kaiki, best qualifying to date this season. Fourth, Jonna. Sixth, Marchi, because Dilemma should be in 15th. I'm a little bit confused. 17th is Etienne. 8th is Crooken. 9th will be Walshy. 10th, Andriux. 11th, Preacher Charm. 12th, Nicky. 13th, Chungus. 14th, Mafio. And 15th is Dan Souza. And I don't know what has happened with the lobby.
Nothing. They're just loading in. Takes a while all the time.
So you can probably see, Bram, Tris 5/10 quicker than Tommy Reel.
Yeah, very impressive qualifying performance from Tris, getting a P1 by a big margin.
Absolutely insane pace from him.
This is the type of pace we've seen from Tommy Reel so far this season. Now the tables have turned, and it's Tommy Reel's cap to make
track,
up.
it looks like there's
Definitely.
not an outright leader in Tier 2. It's about the circuit. Sometimes it might be Tris, sometimes it might be Jonna, sometimes it might be me if it's last season at France, and sometimes it might even be Mafio. So who knows? Because he was at the front in Baku. So you know, anything can happen in STB.
Exactly.
Right then, well, we are gearing up. Sorry. To the French Grand Prix here at the Circuit Paul Ricard. Bram, strategies then. So obviously the top 10 will qualify my tyres that they did their laps on, which are all softs. Can we expect any hard starters, or is it all soft or medium?
Nah, I think people like Matt, or especially Dan Bos, I expect Dan Bos to start on
hards. So Dan has gone for a set of hards. Matthew's gone for a set of hards. Yes. I was just saying, Matthew and Dan are both on hards. It looks like Chungus, which is a new driver for the evening, Nicky and Preacher are all going on a set of mediums to start there, and obviously the top 10 are a set of soft.
Interesting. I think especially Dambles, he's good on that alternate strategy. He's got some good race management.
Yeah, but I don't think he'll be happy with last on the grid. I think he would have preferred to be, well, anyone would, but you know, he's in the championship battle. He would have preferred to be up there. But yeah, Tommy Reel then in P2. Tris needs to get I would say a victory tonight to get himself back in any sort of
Championship contention
fight situation.
Yep.
Because he's had a pretty bad start to the season. So if he gets a win, that might give him a bit of confidence. Just like me tomorrow. Second, Tommy Real. He's leading the championship moment. Koiki needs to get a good result as well. Jana, home race. Can he potentially win? Who knows? Dilemma. Okay. Sixth, Marchi. Honestly, I'm so confused about Dilemma, but you know, we move unfortunately. He'll just be probably disqualified from the Grand Prix. Sixth is Marchi, and I think he may have took out the brake marker board on the formation lap. Don't know, did he?
No, not that I saw. I don't know.
He took some out, I believe, or missed it. I don't know, but yeah. Mega scenes here in France, Bram. So you got 2 DRS zones down into turn 1 and then up to the chicane.
On the Mistral straight, yes.
Yes, so this, yeah, I don't have a clue about the
corner name.
Here. I don't think they have any, well, I don't hear commentators in real life talking about the names of the track, but...
there's not a lot of famous corner names at France, you're correct. Only...
Yeah. Well, France...
The straight is the
France
Mistral
is a very,
straight,
very good circuit, especially in STB.
Yeah.
It probably delivered the best week of racing last season, so I'm
exactly.
so excited for this. Obviously, this season it will be Portugal.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know, because obviously I'm going to win. So, but anyway, enough of me always talking nonsense because I just do it all the time. Tristan is going to pull up to the grid box. Bram, is Tris going to convert this into a win, or are we going to see someone else? Who do you reckon is going to win?
Oh, that's an interesting question. I think
Dilemma's looked to left, quite a long gap between him and the Williams in front of the Mercedes of Jono.
I think for the win I'd go for, I don't know, I think with a late safety car maybe one of Etienne, Kirkman or Walshy could win it, but that's a bit of an outside shot.
Interesting.
I think Tris is going for the win.
I'm going to go for Tris.
Me too.
But anyway, Bram, we are ready for the French Grand Prix. It's
glitched.
5 lights.
It's glitched.
It's glitched. It's 4 lights. It's 5 lights. It's go, go, go. Look at that precision, that timing, and that bad start from Tristan. A little bit of wheel spin off the line there, but he leads into turn 1. Second is Tommy Roll. Kaiki's up the inside, but Tommy Roll's going to bang that door wide closed, and there's been a spin. Walshy's gone.
Yeah, and Walshy went for a gap that didn't exist, Maldi. He just sent it down the inside. That was never gonna work.
Oh, there's gonna be contact down here. Massive scenes, and Mafio span. He's done a Sergio Perez. All them years ago, he span out the Grand Prix. Actually going on between the 2 Alfa Romeos of Etienne and Nicky as they come through the second sector now. We've got Chom and Tommy Real span.
And Chom is off the track, Ferraris.
And Chom has retired from the Grand Prix. Major scenes here, virtual safety car. Mafio has got no
end plate.
Has got end plate damage. I'm so confused, and that is a major start here. And I think, has Tommy Real got damage?
Maldi, what happened to Tommy Real?
I don't know. I don't know whether he went for a move. I don't know. Has he got damage?
I don't think so. It doesn't look like it. Cochrane's up to P5 and Chungus is up to P6.
I don't know whether he's got damage, Bram. Can you check that out for us? Because I'm trying to look and it does look like it. I don't know if that's just me.
It doesn't look like he's got damage, Maldi.
Or the camera angle, maybe just span on his own.
I don't think he's got damage. Not on the front wing anyway.
We're going to find out if he's going to pit.
No, he's not. Ooh, he is going to pit. For mediums probably. That's an interesting choice. Etienne and Walshy are in the pits as well. Walshy has spun on lap 1 as well. Tommy Real gets a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pits. That won't help his chances.
Side-by-side action. Kaiki and Jonna, and then Williams are going to get involved, and Crooken up in a P5 as well, as what you said. That is an incredible start from the Red Bull. It's going to be chaos here in France, and he's got the McLarens of Chungus Goat and Dilemma, and ooh, that was close there from Chungus. As they come through the second sector now, this is going to be an incredible battleground.
Yeah, and Crooken's eyeing up a move on the main straight. He's using a lot of overtake. He's got a big straight line speed advantage on Araxa Marchi. I don't know. Yeah, this was just a Marchi. But he backs off and doesn't go for a move into the chicane, playing the long game.
Penalties as well, Bram. Sorry, that's something I forgot. We've got to look out for penalties around here. Dan got himself within a P8. He's avoided the crashes. And I think these drivers now at the back are going to be wanting a safety car.
I think it's safe to say this is Crooken's chance to get his first STB podium. He's been racing here for a while, and I've backed him to get a podium last season. He didn't get one this season. I told Mali he's gonna get a podium, and I think he's gonna get one here today.
He's got good pace, but he needs to try and clear Marchi as quick as possible and keep within that DRS, I think. But Tris is really on it here in France. I'm loving this for him.
Yeah, and Tris is just extending this lead, asserting his dominance at France here. He's just pulling out the gaps, and it's gonna be a lonely race for him, but I'm sure he won't mind.
I think in the time trials, Bram,
yes,
he was actually on for being in Tier 1, but because of the days, he was put in Tier 2, and I think France decided that. He's definitely good at France.
Yeah,
I think
France is a very good track for him.
Yeah, I think France decided that he was going to be in Tier 1. That was the deciding factor, and he's here in France, and he's 2.6 seconds ahead of Jonna. So yeah, but I do feel sorry for these drivers here: Etienne, Walshy, Tommy Real, Maffio, spinning out on the first lap. Mex, I don't know what happened to him, but he had a bit of damage. But yeah, it is now kicking off in France, Bram. It's going to be an incredible race. I can feel it already.
Yeah, Crooken's looking very spicy up the back of Marchi. He's very close to him, putting a lot of pressure on. It seems like Marchi's struggling with some overheating tires.
Yeah, he's got to try and get out of that dirty air as well, because he's losing time to Kaiki.
And Crooken seems to be struggling with overheating tires as well. And
he's going to be deep. Chungus there. Oh, that was a bit feisty there from the McLaren, and he hit the Red Bull. Then that would have been an explosion.
Yeah.
The DRS then for Crooken.
In a flying explosion, Red Bull gives you wings.
Yeah, definitely.
Crooken's just gone off the track.
And he's picked up a warning.
Ooh, and Crooken really seems to be struggling with overheating tires. He's understeering out of a lot of the corners, and I think Chungus is going to be able to get a move on if Crooken doesn't pick up the pace and gets past Marchi. Chungus Goat is looking very quick.
Once they're warmed up, I think the mediums are a lot better for the race than the soft.
Chungus Goat has got a bit of a switchback here on Crooken. Crooken's not going defensive. He knows it's not worth fighting it. They're side by side going into the chicane on the Mistral straight. It's very close to wheel bang in. Chungus squeezes Crooken out and he gets the position.
Lovely.
And now Chungus Goat's objective is to get past Marchi as quick as possible, because he seems to have the pace to get past. Marchi isn't looking too quick.
Definitely on it at the moment. Definitely on it at the minute, Bram. Very calm racing. I'm liking this. I probably spoke really soon, but it's very calm racing at the minute. Oh, no, I spoke way too soon. He was off the circuit and he picked up a penalty. Well, there you go, then. Yeah.
Typical case of commentators' curse. And Kaike and Jonna, the two FXBR boys, are fighting it out for P2 here. They're very close together, and the gap is 4/10 as of right now. Kaike sticking with him very nicely.
Penalty. He needs to try and reduce those penalties here.
And Dambos already up to P7 on those hard tires, and he's sticking with the train. That is good.
I thought he picked up a penalty then. Chungus then is on the back of Marchi, and Kaiki is going to be in that DRS of Jonna.
Yeah, and Chungus going for a move here. It's going to be an easy pass with that DRS. Marchi's not leaving the most space, but...
Ooh, very aggressive there from Chungus. Did you see that?
And Marchis has a bad exit out.
Picked up another penalty. This is proving. Let me just quickly have a look how many penalties he's actually got.
9 seconds, I think.
Already got 9 seconds. That could, yeah, that could be bad for his race.
Yeah, if he picks up a penalty every other lap, it's definitely not what you want to be doing. It's not good race management from Krukren.
Right then, so Dan is behind these drivers. Dan's running a very good race at the moment, Bram. You just need to be very careful in trying to navigate.
Oh, and Krukren's had a moment.
Lost the back end and he took out the DRS sign. He's really struggling with those
Dan
tyres.
Boss has got past and now Nicky's
all
going
over
for a
the back
move
of
as
him.
well. Nicky tries to go around the outside. There's no contact made. It's very respectful and it's a great move by Nicky. Krukren can get back at him as John has gone off the track as well.
Oh no, John has gone. What happened there? He was in P2, Graham. What's happened?
I don't know, Maldi. Probably a collision between him and Kaiki, but Chungus is now up into the podium positions on mediums, Maldi.
He's having a great race.
Speaking of great races, Dan Boss.
Dan up the inside of the Williams. That's P number 4 then for the Ferrari. He's having a great race here. And he's on hards, Graham. So
yeah, that's even better.
Yeah, you can see this train starting to form from P4 to P9. This is incredible.
And March is going for a move on them, was trying to get him back, but it's not gonna work.
Those softs look to be going off here.
And Nicky might be able to go for a move down the inside of the left-hander here. Nicky's a very calculated driver. He doesn't take unnecessary risks, and he doesn't take an unnecessary risk here either.
Bram, if you look at Marchy, he looks...
Yeah, Marchy's into the pits.
Yeah, these soft runners are going to start to struggle now. Chungus then has caught the back of Kaiki.
Already? Some great pace from the medium and hard runners.
I think those softs, Bram, if you look at the softs, if you look at the surface of the tyre, they are looking very worn here. Very worn indeed. Well, I do feel sorry for Mex and Walshy and Etienne, but they've got a little train going on here.
And Chungus is already right up the back of Kaiki. He's gonna look to make a move here.
Lovely move. Next up is Triss. Triss is on softs. I don't know whether they're going to be running, they're going to be, you know, worn. But we are going to find out. If Chungus can catch. Don't forget Dan Boss as well. Well, Dan Souza, but we're going to call him Dan Boss.
Matt's already out the race. I didn't even notice that.
Yeah, he's had an absolute shocker. Been on the first lap, Brian. He's just been nowhere, so
yep,
that's unfortunate for him.
And Kaiki and Triss still not pitting. Interesting call. Dilemma goes into the pits, but
Dilemma's in. I feel sorry for Jonna here. He's had an absolute shocker. But Chungus looks to be catching as
and Marchi has disconnected. That's unfortunate.
I will invite him back. Hopefully I won't miss anything. Hopefully he won't lose too much time. Right then, let's have a look. So, Dilemma then coming out the pit lane. Andriux and Walshy are having a bit of a battle here as they come down into turn 1, and Walshy's got the overtake done. He's up in a P10. And Andriux is going to be right on the back of him. He's at the back of the Aston Martin. Well, I say Aston Marino then.
Aston Marino. And Marchi's back in. That's good to see.
Andriux has got damage.
On his front wing?
Yeah, he hit the back. Walshy went a bit deep into turn 1. And Andriux got damage when he hit the back.
Oh, that's
Unfortunate there.
unfortunate.
For the Mexican driver.
Let's have a look at the front because Nicky is closing up rapidly to Dambos's back.
I'm loving.
Oh, but there's
I'm
Andrews
loving.
backed out, and I think Etienne's going for a move in Lesigne on. Oh, she's gonna be very risky. He's made it stick. Great racing from Etienne. Race leader AMS Triz has pitted.
Triz is in the pit lane and
he's opted for mediums. Clean pit stop.
Strategy. Is it a 2-stop around here?
I think if you go mediums, yes. But I expect Dambos and Nicky to go for the 1-stop, Madi.
Oh, it's going to be crazy if they go for 1-stop. Well, be the battle for the win.
And Keiki's still continuing on those 8-lap old soft. He's really stretching those tires.
Very interesting, man. Very, very interesting strategies here. But yeah, Etienne, Walshy, Mex, and Tommy Real are in not, you know, an amazing battle, but they're in some sort of battle. They just need to catch up to each other. But yeah, Chungus Go showing his worth this evening. So then Dan Boss right on the back of his fellow countryman Kaiki. He's going to kick off here in France. I believe FXPR and KTF are actually rivals as well, Brian, so this is going to get interesting.
Yeah, that's an interesting one.
Kaiki's carrying on.
Kaiki's still not pitted, and that's very interesting.
Dan is now going to have DRS. He's going to use that overtake mode. DRS and fly past the Red Bull. I think Kaiki's trying to go on that 1-stopper, softer hards. It could
pay out because he's miles ahead of the guys who've already pitted on track.
He's losing a lot of time to
yeah, the softs are done now. He's losing a lot of time. Look at the difference in speed, Nicky, between Nicky and Kaiki.
John is also carried on softs as well. That is crucial.
Sorry.
Don't cough, Bram.
Yeah, that's the, what's it called? That's the illness we've got, but we have to stay committed.
Marchy then PA. Have to stay committed. Marchy then's in PA. He's got Dilemma behind him. We've got little train forming here, Bram. Walshy, Etienne, Mex, and Tommy Real. That's going to be the battle for the final point, I think, as the race goes on. So it's going to be very interesting stuff here in France.
Yeah, I think Walshy's got back past Etienne. That's good stuff as well. Tommy Real's still last though. That's interesting.
That's interesting. It should really be up there, you know,
yeah.
With Chungus and Dan. Kaiki's
and Kaiki finally pits. Let's see if John does the same. Through? Yes, he does. I'm surprised neither of them have got a puncture.
I'm surprised they carried on, to be fair. 10 laps on softs, I might try that tomorrow.
I don't think he would be able to do it.
Anyway, John out on a set of mediums. Will mediums go to the end?
No.
Look at how much Kaiki...
maybe actually. If he does...
They've lost so much time, Bram. They've lost so much time in the pit lane. And they're going to get jumped by Marchy. This is close! Oh, that was terrifying there at from the Williams. Oh, Kaiki nearly got... Well, he's near dilemma, so there could have been a bit of a dilemma as they come down into turn 1, but it was all... It was... it was all good. It was all cool, and Marchy gets up in a P6. Kaiki then's going to be very quick on those new medium compound tyres. Bram, the puns tonight are coming thick and fast.
Yeah, coming thick and fast, as usual. Normally they're coming from me though.
Talking of fast, Nicky's looking pretty quick behind the back of Dan and Souza here as they come through the second sector. I do love this second sector at France.
Yeah, because it's all corner cutting corners.
Yeah, and it's all traction zones. I love it. Triss is on the pace.
And there's side by side
Crooken,
action
but-
at Lacy. Dilemma's trying to get past Marchi.
Oh, and Tommy Real. Oh, he's got to be patient. And John Bram has dropped all the way back to P13.
Yeah, what's
That
happened
is
to
a
him?
disaster. He's at the back of the grid.
That's because he went so slow his last few laps on softs. I don't get why he didn't pit earlier.
Madness. Absolute madness. Real then on the back of Max. Just can't seem to get past. There better be some extra slipstream for me, in my way. Get past in the DRS trains. Bram, this is now the calm part of the track.
Yeah.
The race, sorry. So I'm not really expecting any.
But while we're saying that, Dilemma's going for a move on
the last time I
Marchi.
said that, Dilemma went off the circuit. So.
And this time you're
Yeah.
saying it, Dilemma's gone off the circuit almost again. Kaiki's now looking good for a switchback on Dilemma. He's got a full battery to deploy, but he's not going for a move just yet.
He's on much fresher mediums as Chungus is in the pit lane.
And he's definitely
Interesting
going on
stuff.
to hard to finish the race. When Etienne gets a bit of a wobble going into Bozé,
How do you know these corner names, Bram, my friend?
not gonna lie. Wikipedia. Oh, and Max has spun.
Oh no.
A half spin, he caught it. And he's letting John past very awkwardly. He's into the pits.
Wasn't pits. Maybe those tyres have gone off.
And he's probably going on to a set of hearts to finish the race on those. Going for a bit of an
Madness.
undercut.
Nicky then on the back of Dan.
Oh, and there's contact between Kaiki and Dilemma. And Dilemma's off the track. I think Kaiki hit him at the back.
Why is he rejoining the track like that? Oh my god, that was scary.
And they're side by side. Oh, and he's off again. Jonah just clipped his front wheel.
Yeah, I don't know why he would have went up the inside there. I'm confused.
I'm confused by a lot of Dilemma's actions tonight.
Andrux then, like you said, Bram is on a set of hards.
Sorry to interrupt you. Etienne might be able to go for a move into the chicane, but he backs out of it, so. Yeah, tell me about what you're about to tell me.
What was I about to say? I don't know. Nicky's in the pits though. He's going to lose a lot of time to Triss, I'll tell you that now for free. Look at that, Triss is already through Bram.
Yeah, and
He's just
Triss is
on
up
the
in
two-stop.
P2. Yeah, he is. He's not gonna make it to the end on 5 lap on mediums with 13 laps to go. That's gonna be a tough task. I think he's on the 2-stop, but he could prove me wrong. He might be able to do it. Just might be. But he's definitely cruising around here. He's got some great pace, and he's this is what I call asserting dominance. He's the king of Paul Ricard here.
Some rails left. Some rails had enough there.
Can you invite him back?
For him. Yeah. It's unfortunate for him now.
There's not a lot of action going on track. The only people who are inside each other's DRS are Etienne and Walsh in P8 and 9 and Kaiki and Marchi in P6 and P7.
Madness. Dan's in the pits then.
Dan Boss finally pitting, going on to those medium tires. Now he's got the pace advantage. He's going to be the quickest car on track until the end of the race. And this is where that alternate strategy comes in very handy. Let's see where he exits the pits. Chungus and Triz are already passed. Crooken's just getting past. And he's gonna exit on fresh mediums in P4, Maldi. That's just amazing stuff for him.
Ahead of Nicky.
Ahead of Nicky, crucially, was on hards.
Right then, so Etienne's in the pits then, set a medium.
And he's gonna have so much more grip, Maldi. I expect him to get, yeah, P1 is quite a mile away. I don't expect him to catch Trish before the checkered flag. Except for his tricks. Yeah, that could be the case, but now I'm looking at it. Yeah, he probably is though. It's an interesting one because Trish tires, if he is on the one stop, his tires are gonna fall off the cliff. And Dan's was already going for a move on Crooken, who's currently in P3, but not for long. Dan will snatches P3 on those fresh mediums. He's on the charge and he's coming for Chungus.
Chungus is on a set of hards as well, so he's going to have a big pace. What is the gap between medium and hard?
Ooh, that's an interesting one. Of course, it depends on the tire, wear on those tires, but in race trim, I expect hards to be at front around 7 to 8 tenths a lap slower. And there's a yellow flag in the final sector. Jonna is out of the race. He's crashed out of Bozé. And that is going to be a safety car, and that has come in very, very, very handy indeed for
How has he crashed it there? That's interesting.
Maddy, Dambos is going to be on the back of the pack on fresh mediums.
Interesting. Well then.
This is a very interesting one, but I think there's no delta, which means, is there a delta? If there's no delta, Maldi, Triz lead has just evaporated. But if there is a delta, Triz will be able to pit for mediums and easily make it to the end while still maintaining that lead, Maldi.
It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be absolutely crazy.
And this is really going to play into Dan Boss's hands, I think, because he's already on the fresh mediums. He doesn't have to make a pit stop. And I think he might be leading, or at least P2 after this, because Chungus got, if he has any common sense, he'll be pitting for mediums.
Well, we're gonna find out. Crooken then, this is good for him. Nicky may have been done over, I'm not sure. Maybe, maybe not.
If I was Nicky, I'd just pit again for mediums, but yeah, it's not ideal for him. The whole race hasn't been ideal for him. Triss comes into the pits, let's see what Chungus does. He also pits. Dambos, of course, keeps on going. Crooken's in the pits, Nicky's in the pits, Kaiki's in the pits. Let's have a look where Dambos exits then. He has, and he's in the lead, Maldi. Dambos is in the lead of the French Grand Prix. But interestingly, Triss and Chungus have elected to go for soft tires. They think they can make 11 laps work on the soft, which is very ambitious. Same goes for Nicky, he's going for soft as well. That's not sure about that, Maldi. What are your thoughts about that? Maldi, are you with us?
I don't know. I would say maybe the window for softs is like 7-8 laps, like, and then they just drop off. But they drop off very quickly, so I don't know, Bram.
Okay.
I don't know. I think it's a madness of a decision, but we'll find out and we'll see if Dan Boss can win this race. But I'm here for it. Front row seat. If Triss wins as well, because Triss, he deserves it. He deserves some luck this season. I think he's definitely got pace.
I agree with you.
He was 5 tenths quicker in qualifying on the same compound. So when he's on softs and Dan's on medium, or the drivers around him on mediums, it's going to be an absolute madness. I just hope, Bram, that these drivers and Dan Boss knows how to do a restart. We've seen a lot of sketchy stuff on this game with safety car restarts. It's been very glitchy, very just weird. So hopefully they know how to you know.
Yeah,
I know what I mean. Yeah, I think the viewers know what I mean as well.
Right then, not everyone's caught up to the back of the pack yet, so the safety car is gonna continue for one more lap. After this lap, I expect the safety car to come in.
Yeah, because Androx isn't.
We'll have a 10-lap sprint till the end of the race, which we've seen a lot of at France. Remember last season? Sprint till the end didn't go too well.
Yeah, it didn't go very well last season, did it, Bram? Because I think weren't it a safety car, and then as soon as the safety car
Came in.
started to rain.
Yes, that's exactly how it went.
Absolute madness. Absolute madness. I don't think we'll be seeing any rain here this evening. I might be wrong. I can see a lot of clouds.
Nah, it's dry. We haven't had a wet race in
sun,
STB yet this season, even though we've had like, what's it, 15 races already, and none of them have been wet.
They have actually, Bram. Tier 2 was wet. In Canada.
Okay, so as I said, we've only had one wet race.
I don't know why you're talking nonsense for, Bram.
Only race.
Obviously not been keeping up with the coverage.
Only race I'm not here. And it's wet.
Yeah.
Completely destroys my
But
facts.
now you've said that, tomorrow's going to be wet, and I'm suing you.
Ooh, and Nicky picks up a 5-second penalty. That probably will get removed though. But he can't pit anymore in this race, because then it will be added up to his time, and that's not what he wants.
I don't know what, it's weird. There's so many penalties under safety cars just for stupid things. I think this game is just not, it, is it? But...
and the safety car is in this lap.
Well, this is the first safety car of the race, Bram. I'm very happy with this.
Me too, and I think it's gonna set us up for a good sprint.
You can see that green Aston Martin as well, guys. Remember, Thursday, the new James Bond movie is out worldwide. Make sure you get your tickets to see that green Aston Martin in 4K resolution in the cinemas. Make sure you go get those tickets, guys.
In full effect, and that is certainly one movie I'm looking forward to.
The viewers had their promo last week as well. They should pay me for promotion. That's on promotion. Anyway, getting ready for the restart. Dan Boss is going to be on it, but so is Trish. Trish is on. Very quick tyres, and it's go. What I like about France, it's not a awkward track for restarts, which is good. Unlike Brazil last night. Crooken then P4, Kuchungas, Trace, and Chom's left, but Chom's already out of the session. Interesting, he stayed to watch, Bram.
That's good to see.
Trish
has visibly got a lot more grip than Dambos. He's going for it already. And Chungus is... And Trish gets the lead. Going into turn 3. Oh, and Chungus goes for an ambitious dive.
Of Dan.
Dambos not going to be happy with that. Now Dambos has got Krukren as a bit of a buffer on those mediums behind him as well, so...
Oh god, it's all kicking off Dan here. Oh god, I'm scared. I thought Trish was trying to break that slipstream. I thought there was like a massive train, like they were all bunched up together like 3 wide. So it looked like from my angle.
Oh, and Wash is going for a move on Kaiki. Kaiki's had a bad exit.
And Nicky's round the outside of Krooken. This could end in tears if they're not careful side by side.
Nicky goes for a switchback, and what a move, Maddie. That's absolutely beautiful stuff.
Spin out. Next, Andriox has got no front wing. What's happened down here then?
Probably some contact with F1X Dilemma, I'd say. And Wash is looking feisty on those softs. He's already overtaken Kaiki.
I didn't realise Wash was on softs, Bram.
Marchi now. Speaking of being feisty on softs, Nicky's right off the back of Dambos already.
Oh, Walshy looking very feisty in the Aston Martin, guys. Remember, 007 is out on Thursday. Go get
So
those
get your tickets
5%
ready.
Off. 5% off with the code STB. And yeah, guys, sorry, there's more promotion than commentary. We've got to promote it because I've been waiting for that film for a good 3 years.
Ooh, and there's a yellow flag.
He's out.
Andriux retiring from the race.
I think he would have preferred to be in tier 3, to be fair.
Yeah.
a lot easier ride for the.
Sorry to interrupt you, Maddie,
Talking
but
of easy rides, Walshy down the straight, then overtake mode, DRS, all bit of punchy stuff from the Williams. Claire Williams would be absolutely cheering if she was on the.
And Walshy's going for a switchback. You can already tell he's lining up that good exit out of the chicane, using that to overtake all of the battery. He's not going to be able to stick a wheel in on the inside, but Marchie leaves the door open, and he is going to stick a wheel in Bozé, but there's no space and no overspeed to go for a move there.
He needs to like hurry up a bit because he's losing time if he wants to try and get some positions.
And we've missed Nicky's overtake on Dambos, probably knowing Dambos and Nicky was a DRS pass on the straight.
Probably. Right then, here we go. I don't know why there's no DRS for Walshy, but because there was a safety car. Oh, guys, I'm so tired this evening. But it has been a very interesting, eventful race. 6 laps to go after this one. So yeah, but I think it was right. I think the softs are gonna run their course very quickly. Then the medium's going to come into effect. So do watch out for Dambos, Bram. So if he can keep within his DRS, drag himself along.
Exactly.
He's going to have that performance at the end. Don't count him out for a decent result here.
And those softs are already going to be starting to fall off a bit. 4 laps.
Madness.
My controller went off again. I'm sorry, guys.
Not very prepared, are you, Bram, with the batteries?
Nah, the battery's not my speciality.
Everything's got to be a speciality in the combox, Bram. You got to stay on top of everything.
Yeah, screaming's my speciality, but
no, that's my speciality, Bram.
No, I'm not gonna say that.
No, my speciality is shouting down the mic when Walshy is right on the back of the Williams as they come through the final sector. See, I told you, didn't I?
Oh, and Walshy gets a snap of oversteer on the exit, but he's going for a move anyway. He's got a lot of straight line speed advantage, and he's flew past.
Next up is Crooken.
Yes, and I think Walshy is in a net P5 already because he's definitely got less penalties than Crooken.
He's very low on ERS, Bram.
Yeah, but so are Crooken and Marchie as well.
No, okay.
He's gonna have to get a move on quick because those softs are gonna fall off quickly.
Looking at falling off softs, we've got Dambos now in the DRS instead of Nicky. Looks to be a lot closer than he was last lap. So Bram, are we still thinking Tryst for the win, or?
Yeah. Still confident.
I'm talking about. Going to be a late. Wow, on track.
So Etienne picks up his penalty.
Even if Dambos does take the lead somehow, I don't think it's impossible for him to actually get the win because he's got a penalty. He's got penalties. So
yeah, it's still possible for him though if any of the guys can get a puncture though.
Yeah.
Well, she's going for it, but keeps it clean and the side
for battles. This is such a good
rattling by side. Chungus lets him pass though. Not sure what.
Looked pretty quick in the last few laps compared to Chungus, so he's got himself now up in a P2 with that penalty to be removed pending if he can provide evidence, or if you want. In that DRS,
backing off. He's not going for a move into turn 1. This is gonna enable Dambos to maybe try and salvage something here to get on the podium. He's got 4
I don't
laps.
think he can get on the podium, Bram. Unless Chungus gets a penalty, I don't think Dan has got this. I think 4th place is what he's aiming for at the minute.
Yeah, and that
Maybe
safety car
P3.
didn't work into his favor as much as we thought, did it, Maddie?
No, it didn't. But maybe these tyres might just drop off in a minute. Who knows? We might have a bit
But
of
he's
rain,
going for a move now.
A massive downpour.
Like
We might have a
Russia.
massive downpour.
Ooh, and it's gonna be 3 wide, Maddie. It's gonna be 3 wide. Chungus gets back past.
That was really scary from Dan Boss's POV there. That was
Yeah.
really scary.
I agree, and Dambos is deploying a lot of his batteries, trying to get past Nicky, he's trying to get past Chungus, he's trying to get past as soon as possible. He knows he's not got a lot of time. He's wheel bumping, and if they've made contact on the entry, I think Dambos might have picked up a tiny bit of damage there.
Yeah, he's got damage.
Can you
Yeah,
see?
he's got a bit of damage. On the right end plate, I think.
I don't think he's got any damage.
A little bit. I think he's got a little bit.
No, he's not got damage.
Talking of damage, Chungus has done a bit of damage to the outside curb there on the final corner.
Nah, Dambos not got damage, he's got away with it. They're still battling very hard, and Nicky's going down the inside in turn 1. Chungus keeps it clean and gives him the space he needs. But now he's
From
able
my
to go
camera
for a
angles,
move.
Bram, it just looks like Dan Boss has got damage. It's weird. I don't like it. From what I can. Go then on the outside bit.
And Maldi is like Archie made contact as well. They're side by side.
That has just taken place. I'm so confused.
Yeah, I think he had lag, Maldi. When
I've
Chungus is
just lagged out of
sliding.
the session. I'm in the session on my own, and we've just had a podium celebration. I'm so
Nicky's
confused.
going for a move on Chungus.
I can't see this.
Round the outside. Dambos is going for it around the outside as well. They make contact and Dambos is spun round. That's so unfortunate for him.
I can't
He
see any
joins
of
the
this,
track
Bram.
in P9.
There's an online services error. I've
Okay,
disconnected
hold on. I'll
from
get you an
the online
invite.
servers
I'll get you
here.
an invite.
Sorry about this, ladies and gentlemen. I will try and now get back into the lobby as quickly as possible, but that is very, very weird.
And Madi, I don't think you've caught on, but Dambos and Chungus.
Well, we're back here now. Dan Boss down to P6, what happened there? I am so confused. Hello? Can anyone... Bram, can you hear me? Yes, Dan Boss down to P8 apparently. What happened there?
Yeah, he and Chungus made contact down into turn 2. Nicky went round the outside of Chungus, and Dambos thought, let me get a piece of that as well. But it was a very risky
Dan
move.
Boss is round the outside of Walshy. Oh, this is so unfortunate. So sorry, there was just contact and they all just spanned, did they?
Yeah, no, only Dambos span, but he went for a very ambitious move into turn 2. In my opinion, it kind of was his own fault.
That is unfortunate there for the Brazilian, but he's on the back of Walshy now.
And we're entering the final lap here. Tris, the final lap of his dominant run here. And it's a fight for P2 between Nicky and Chungus. Chungus showing some good pace to compete with Nicky here at France for that final podium position. Dambos going down the inside of turn 3. And they're still side by side into turn 4. Into turn 5 they go. Walshy keeps it around the outside, but Dambos squeezes him off the track. No love lost, and he's up into P7. Walshy will not be happy with that. Speaking of not being happy, Nicky's currently being overtaken by Chungus. They go side by side into the chicane.
Mad scenes. Madness.
They're side by side again into they see for the final lap. It's still side by side. Nicky holds it around the outside. He goes for another switchback, which he's done so often.
Pull this off, Nicky, with the inside.
They're so close to contact. Nicky's going for another switchback. which doesn't work in that corner, and Chungus maintains the position around the outside of Le Bouzeux.
Oh.
Nicky's got one more chance if he gets a good exit out of the hairpin. He does get a good exit. They're so close, Maddie. But it's Chungus Goat's podium, or is it? That was a close call.
That was madness. That was a great end to the race. Unfortunately, I missed the collision with
Dambos and Chungus.
Yeah, unfortunately.
And your podium provisionally is AMS Trish Chungus Goat and FXBR Kaiki picking up his first podium of the season. But Nicky will probably get his penalty removed and be promoted back up into P3. That was a photo finish and a half, Maddie.
Well, we didn't miss this one. We nearly missed this one. Because remember in Bahrain, but we got this one in 4K resolution. 1080p, sorry, but we got it. We caught it. We got it.
Yes.
And that is your race winner then. Well, I love seeing Brazilian flags on the podium. Your race winner, Tris. About to say Kaiki then.
Impressive performance.
Tris back on that top step of the podium, back on top. And he's got a lot of points over his main rivals, you know, Jonna, Tommy Real, all that good stuff. Your race winner then is AMS Tris. Gonna get him in the party for a quick interview if he can talk. Chungus Goat is second. Third provisionally is FXBR Kaiki, but pending is a penalty removal by Nicky. Fifth, Dambos in the end, very good. Sixth, well not good, but from the circumstances. Sixth was Walshy, seventh was Cooken, eighth was Etienne, ninth was Marchi, 10th was Tommy Real, 11th was F1X Dilemma. So he was last in the end there. 12th, your DNFs were Mex, Andriux, FXB Ojana, Mafio, and Preacher Chom. Bram, that is your French Grand Prix. A very interesting race there. Some great battling. I would say that is the best Tier 2 race of the season so far.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
Nicky and Chungus giving us that photo finish at the end. Madness. Mad scenes. Incredible racing. I'm going to say it. Inject it. I'm here.
Yes, I'm here for it as well.
Right then, thank you, Bram. I don't think they're joining in. We haven't really got much time to waste. Thank you, Bram, for joining me tonight in France. You've not been ill tonight, so that's good. I haven't been able to talk the whole time. That's amazing. But thank you for joining me in the commentary box here in France, La Castellet. Thank you, everyone that has watched this evening's French Grand Prix. An incredible race it was. Do join Mafio tomorrow, because you will be seeing me in action. I will be winning that race tomorrow. I say that every week, but tomorrow the angels
are aligned.
The angels,
the stars are aligned.
Are with us.
Yes, exactly.
The stars are aligned, and the angels are with us here. So do join Mafio for the Tier 3 French Grand Prix. If you don't want to watch that, do watch the new rebranded, restarted Tier 1 season, round 2. They go to the Portimao circuit in Portugal. Love it. My favourite track on the game. It's going to be lovely to watch that. So yeah, we will see you next time. Tomorrow France, or next week Portugal. We'll see you then.
See you later.